back to the Stoners Roundtable podcast. Once again, I'm your host, James Emerson. Before I do a little showcase for Echo One Eyes Only on this game here, because he mentioned in a comment that he never heard of this game before, I want to take time out to say I've seen Echo's last video, which is yesterday, February 4th. I was watching a video about another. Be nice, James. Don't say no names. No bad names. There's some guy ranting and raving about how Echo 1 was cheating again. He's done a couple of videos, people making claims like that and being poor sports. Obviously, these guys who do this, I'm saying the older guys, children of a certain age don't really understand how online multiplayer games work. Let me rephrase that. Some do, some don't. But for the older children, or anywhere in their late teens, early 30s, you guys should know how an online multiplayer game works by now. If not, let me fill you in on how this works here. Anybody who knows this will agree that there are people with online multiplayer games who monitor these games, and if you're caught cheating, you will be banned for life. There are videos on YouTube from players on Fortnite who've been caught cheating and who've been pretty much banned for life. Just look it up. Fortnite players banned for cheating. That's how I found it. And yes, on this game I'm going to show Echo One Eyes Only here. I've noticed players who have been banned and kicked off here for cheating. So, to those who keep accusing Echo One of cheating, if that was going on, he would have been banned by now. So, and I've watched his gameplays on the Ghostbusters. I don't see him cheating anywhere. I see him, playing the way the game is supposed to be played. And as far as button mashing, the only button mashing I see is the button that the game prompts you to mash. Namely, I believe it was the X button I believe I saw when trying to capture the ghost or whatever. But I'm sure they have people who monitor that because it's an online multiplayer game. So I'm sure there are people monitoring that, and if he was cheating, he would have been banned by now. His server would have been blocked. He would not have been able to get online, even with his PS4. Yeah. So, as far as cheating, yeah, he would have to be, I'm going to say a government level hacker in order not to get caught. So, yeah, I don't see how that would be possible. So, the guys who are blaming him for cheating are just poor sports. There are a lot of times I would like to go in here in this game and I would like to progress, but I have to realize there are other players in the game and they're not going to let me progress. It's not that they're cheating, it's just they're trying to progress, and this is a free-for-all. I mean, there are like 4 different factions to this game. So you can pick one of 4 sides. One of those sides, and I'll show you in a minute, you have to be a certain battle ranking. So let's go in here and log in. The name of this game is Planetside2. It's been out for a while. In a way, I want to say it's kind of been out since anywhere from 2011 to 2014, within that time range. So it's just as old, if not a little younger, than Skyrim. I could be wrong. Anybody can correct me in the comments, I don't mind. So one of my characters on this game... Oh, crap. Well, I was going to show you the different factions, but... Which I can show you here, because this is a Vanu sovereignty in front of me. The Vanu sovereignty are genetically enhanced humans, if not clones. This guy with the red, he's a Terran Republic. They're the guys that want to take over and control everything. And you'll have guys like this. I'm trying to remember the names of those. Then you have the guys that I am. They're the new conglomerates. They're the guys that are just trying to, you know, keep the galaxy free from tyranny. So, anyone else here in Planetside2, if you can hear me, I'm doing a YouTube channel recording, so for new players, so don't mind me. So what we have here, this is the Sanctuary. This is neutral territory for all factions. No, you cannot use your weapons in here. Your weapons are disabled. You said it's neutral territory. You have different little shops over here. You can change your classes. I said I'm new conglomerate, so for the new conglomerate you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different classes. One I'm using is the heavy assault. You have an engineer. These guys repair things and they also drop ammo. Combat medic, they heal players and they also resurrect players. Light assault, these guys have jetpacks. They also have rocket rifles that fire multiple rockets. And you have your infiltrators. These guys are your snipers. They have cloaking capabilities. They also have devices where you can hack consoles, other various items. And then you have your max class. These are your mechs. And you can set these up however you want it. They have various armaments for very different arms. Some of these you have to buy. I don't have an account. I have a free account, so I don't have all these. So I play heavy assault. Various different weapons. You have your LMGs. The MGR L1 Promise is the one I'm working for next. I've had it in a previous account. It's one of my favorite weapons. Let's see, then you have shotguns. I don't use them. I don't find them effective for what I play through. Scout rifles, which I use. Here's your SMGs. The Punisher is a good one for close combat. Comes equipped with a grenade launcher. And some of you are going to wonder, what does the BC and the pricing stands for? That's Battle Cash. You acquire Battle Cash through the Play Store. Said I don't have really an account, so I don't buy the Battle Cash. I just try to go for the free stuff. You have your heavy weapons. These are like grenade launchers, your jackhammers, your thumper, your stomper, your hybrid rifle. And recently, in the last couple of years, they added underwater weapons when they added the new map, Osher. I think I said that right. Probably not. So with different classes, I mean, some classes you can use different stuff, but with like the engineer, you get the carbines. Of course, you get the shotguns, the scout rifles, SMGs. You also get sniper rifles with these, which you didn't used to when I first started the game. This is something they've added over the years to this class. Of course, your hybrid rifles, your underwater weapons, and your combat medics. You have assault rifles, shotguns, of course, scout rifles, SMGs, hybrid rifles, underwater weapons, assault. Of course, you have the underwater weapons. You have the carbines with them too, shotguns, SMGs. You have the heavy crossbows, which some players on this game like to use. Underwater weapons. Of course, your infiltrators. You got the sniper rifles, which is a lot different than what the other one had. Scout rifles you can use too. Of course, your SMGs, crossbows, underwater weapons, of course. Which I wish they would make an underwater sniper rifle for the infiltrator class. They don't have one, unfortunately, I don't think. I'm going to say no. So, but it would be nice if they did. Of course, the max showed you the max. So, over here you have your daily missions you can use to acquire XP, certain resources, if you want to. I've done them all, so I choose not to. If you would like to, of course, your map. If you want to, test fire all the guns, just come to VR training. Here you can try out all of your weaponry. For anyone here within the vicinity, I'm doing a YouTube video for new players of the game, so don't mind me. Just give them a few basic in and outs. And as I said, this is the VR training, so you can come here and you can test out all the weapons. For all the different classes. Let's try one. Like I say, it's just a grenade launcher. some of you, I know you're going to be asking me what are the shotguns like. Oops. Wrong target. As I'm showing you, can do this however you want. This is one of the underwater weapons. I'm having a hard time seeing today, guys. I'm going blind in my left eye, like I said, and I'm having a hard time seeing today, so be mindful, my gameplay's gonna be off. Molly, I'm doing this with one eye.
Cover me, reloading.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm not talking to myself. I'm just doing a YouTube video, so. LMGs. Try this one. Alright, done this one. Now let's do one of the rocket launchers. Well, that didn't work. If this wasn't the VR training ground, I would have killed myself. Okay, now somebody's gonna ask me in the comments, are there any vehicles or any, flying vehicle? Yes, yes, yes. I will warn you, you cannot use any of these if you're the max class, because max class is considered a vehicle. Oh, of course, here you have your various transportation, Flash, which is armored four-wheeler, harassers, an armored doom buggy, Sunderer, the armored troop transport, lightning tank. Mind you, this sucker has a mind of its own. When you try to go straight, it'll try to go another way. Vanguard, I use this one because it's easier to control. And the Int, you can use to harvest various minerals, resources for other vehicles, such as the Colossus tank, which here, since it's a VR training, I can show you this. This was actual gameplay with anywhere else. Like I said, the VR training, you can come here and try out all the weapons And the vehicles. Now, the Colossus isn't just a heavy-duty tank, it's also a troop transport, so... But in order to get it, there's certain things you have to do within the game, so... And of course, you can always upgrade it. I'll get out of here and give you a better look at it. You have the main turret, and you have 4 additional turrets for 4 additional passengers. Which that's all it can hold. It's up to 5. Let's see here. Of course, like you said, you can't do it here, but you can upgrade your other weapons. To give you a look at the tank from the outside. This tank is just a recent add-on. Like I said, you have to do various things within the game to acquire this and be able to use it. Alright, so get out of here. As for aerial vehicles, yes, you have it. You have them. Of course, you have your Reavers, your Valkyries, your assault transports, Liberators. Then you have your troop aerial transports, your Galaxies. Better at flying than I am at landing, as a famous movie character would say. Fly, yes. Land, no. As I often do, trying to land one of these things. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of a gameplay for you. How long have I already been doing this? 25 minutes. Right. I'm going to go in here and do a little bit of gameplay for you and show you what it's like at Echo. Anybody else who's never seen this game. Mind you, I'm not a very good player, so I might get killed more than I actually get kill, so bear with me. I'm going to show you one of the maps you can go to. This is the one where you can use the underwater weapons. Which, since I'm going to this map, exactly what I'm going to switch to. Now, I'm going to go through the gameplay. My mic is on, so people can hear me. So anybody who can hear me within the vicinity, I'm doing a YouTube video, so I'm not talking to myself. I'm just giving new players who never heard the game, a quick rundown of what it's about. So let's join combat, guys. And I'm gonna shut my mic off for a little bit and just let you see the gameplay. So
More of them. Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
Reload.
a load off. Cover me. Reloading. Ammunition here.
Heavy spot.
Got this. Don't let up.
I'm on your side. I need to reload.
The facility is ours.
Alright, my microphone's back on and I'm back here to Sanctuary. So, Echo 1, I hope this gives you a little bit of a rundown of how the game is. So, a little bit. Some of it's self-explanatory. Also, a few things I forgot to mention. You can customize your character any way you want. You know, with various different things. Resistant shield, adrenaline shield. Excuse me. Change your grenades. Another auxiliary shield or a med kit. Restoration kit. Your armor. Mine's fully upgraded. Various other things, of course. Different helmets you can buy with battle cash. Then you have your implants. I have an ammo printer and a regeneration, which helps me to regenerate. Which I need to upgrade that. Which you'll probably tell me I don't have enough at the moment, which looks like I probably don't, but oh well. You have your different implants and whatnot. And it looks like my game is kind of freezing at the moment. Had very windy conditions here and the internet connection sucked, so Echo, there it is. There's the game I've been talking about for a while now. So, give you a little bit of a rundown, a little bit of a showcase. I haven't explained everything, but I'll let you be the judge of that. So guys, until next time, peace.